This is the voice of the Patriot. And here we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Here we are not neutral, never claim to be. We have actually taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. This is the voice of the Patriot. And here we speak truth to power. It's our daily editorial. Oh gosh. And today we have a number of stories to look at as usual. Listen to this. Now, my brother, my sister, the very first story we are looking at today is taken from Graphic Online. The National Communicator. And I read it. President Mahama to launch School Farm Initiative, October 21. October 21. All right, so we read it. President John Dramani Mahama is expected to launch the School Farm Initiative on Tuesday, October 21 in the Volta region. Now, the initiative aims to transform schools into centers of agricultural learning and production, targeting over 15,000 acres in 1,000 schools. Now, the Director of Agricultural Initiatives and Agribusiness at the Office of the President, Peter Buama Otokono, PhD, announced this at a two-day Early Green Women and Youth Agribusiness Exhibition Summit in Accra. Now, the event was held on the theme Breaking Barriers, Securing Market Access for Women and Youth in the Agribusiness Sector. It attracted research institutions and food producers and processors from across the agricultural value chain. Dr. Otokunu said another initiative on poultry and livestock training will equip about 20,000 young people in modern animal production to create jobs, while the Youth Agricultural Estate Program will provide structural programs through commercial farming, irrigation, and market access for young graduates. I am excited at what President Mahama is doing. And I want to just begin by saying thank you to Dr. Otokono and President John Dramani Mahama. How many people can see the future of this from where they are sitting? My brother, all our farms today, from cocoa farms to rubber farms, share nut farms, my brother, my sister, have been turned into galamsey sites. People who have farmed cocoa for the past 50 years, all of a sudden have become so disinherited. They have decided to sell out their cocoa farms for use as galamsey or illegal mining sites. We have seen a lot of this on social media. Farmers coming out to tell us it's their own farms, and they have decided this route of selling out their farms for use as galamsey sites. When a nation is dying, it starts by killing its flora, or better still, its plants. Remember when we were little children? It was all over on TV. The slogan was so powerful, even though at the time it did not mean much to us. The day the last tree dies, the last man would have long been dead. We forget what role the trees play in our lives. There cannot be rain without the trees, and there cannot be trees without rain. My brother, my sister, at the same time, the trees give us a lot of cover, what we call windbreaks. My brother, my sister, they provide us with medicine, they provide us with food, and they provide us with aesthetics, if that is a big word. beauty. The trees at the same time provide us employment. They provide us with our livelihoods. My brother, my sister, be it rubber farmers or producers, shea butter producers from shea nut farms. My brother, my sister, from the land, we can get too much. But we have concentrated so much on illegal mining. Gold. Teachers are leaving schools. Graduates are leaving the universities. And their next place of stop is the Galamsey pit. Many have gone down the drain. And they say the economy is growing better. But they are only tickling themselves and laughing. Oh, what empty heads. I'm soon going to get deeper into this aspect. But for now, my brother, my sister, Mahama is doing something that I have to applaud. They are targeting 1,000 schools. Can you imagine? And all these schools are supposed to have school farms. How many of you had school farms when you were going to school? At Shaima Secondary School, did you have a school farm? Is there a secondary school in Nima? Lamashegu Primary School, do they have a school farm? I went to Tia Amade Secondary School and we had a school farm. Students who did not do too well or students who misbehaved, my brother, my sister, were taken to the farm. So what kind of mentality were we creating? The farm is meant for bad boys and girls. If you committed any kind of sin in school, your next place after being whipped would be to go straight to the school farm. Nobody wanted to do agriculture, all because of the mentality that tilling the land is all about being a bad person, right from when we were in school. How many people understand what I'm saying? My brother, my sister, we relegated agriculture to the background, leaving it in the hands of our grandfathers and great-grandfathers. So we started importing food we could have produced in our own country. We used hard currency, my brother, my sister, to be able to import this, and our budgets always fell out of sync. Today, Mahama says every school in Ghana, beginning with the Volta region, must have a farm. Is that not the same way as saying Operation Feed Yourself in the days of a champon? How many people can envision this as a big project, bigger than Galamsey? This is a very big solution for Galamsey if we push it properly. Now the next thing Mahama and Otokono have to do is to sexualize agriculture. Can I explain deeper? Instead of having bad boys and girls from the school go into the farms to farm, find them something else to do and let the brilliant ones go to the farm. Let the pretty girls go to the farm. Let the pretty girls take beautiful pictures in front of the farm. That way, you are sexualizing agriculture. You are making agriculture sexy. Who doesn't want to go where the pretty girls go? Who doesn't want to go where the shapely girls go? Who does not want to be where the sexy ladies go? Tell me. But when you relegate the bad boys and girls, the recalcitrant ones, to the farms, that is when only old men and women with bent backs will become the kingpins of our farms, and they can't produce enough. How many people agree with what I'm saying? But we are all suffering from this cancer of the brain, where we want everything quick. You can't plant corn today and harvest it today. No. Pawpaw cannot be planted today and harvested today. But you go to the Galamsey pit, you get gold immediately. Most of the time, we want quick things. And Easy go, easy come. My brother, my sister, I applaud the president one more time. Mr. President, you are a visionary man. Not many people would see what this means. I am busily going round from school to school in all the 60 regions of Ghana, preaching patriotism. Not many people have realized it. Until recently, when Wa Secondary School came into the studio and they said, oh, you were in our school. In fact, you even brought us a flag of Ghana, hoisted it right in the middle of our compound. I have been going from school to school. Most of the schools in Ghana do not even know the last time they saw the Ghana flag. And I donate flags to them. I tell them what the flag stands for and what the colors in the flag mean. I talk to them about patriotism, loving their nation, putting their nation first, catching them young against corruption. It's the same thing Mahama is doing. All the schools must have farms. And when they have farms, again, the next thing to do is to sexualize agriculture, make it sexy. Instead of dancing foolishly on TikTok and showing all your calves for nothing, dance in front of the farm. Dance in the cassava farm. Go and dance in the corn farm. Take your TikTok cameras there. Dance in the pawpaw farm. Dance in the shea nut farm. So that men can follow you to the farm. And before they have a glimpse at your beautiful body, at least they would have also helped to till the land. I am speaking tongue in cheek. Now the next thing I'm reading is taken from my own Tree News, one of the most authentic sources of news online. And I read, small-scale gold exports hit $8 billion American dollars between January and October 2025. And this is a Gold Board report. And you know who the boss of Gold Board is? His name, with all respect, I want to say good afternoon to you. Sammy? That's his name. My brother, my sister. And I read, now the report is out here and everybody must see it. The small-scale gold export sector has achieved a record-breaking earning, generating more than $8 billion American dollars in foreign exchange between January and October 15, 2025, according to fresh data from the Ghana Gold Board and the Precious Minerals Marketing Company. Now, the report reveals that the small-scale miners exported over 81,000 kilograms of gold during the period, valued at 8.06 billion American dollars. Now, this represents a sharp rise from 4.61 billion in 2024 and nearly 4 times the 2.19 billion American dollars recorded in the year before, an indication of growth in both gold volume and value over the past 3 years. Now, with all respect to Sammy Jemfi, he's a brother that I like so much. Recently, I went knocking on his door to support us with Kuchoko Roots Festival, to be able to go to the ghettos there and be able to talk against drug abuse and inspire our younger brethren and sisters. And this is happening in November, so that they will become at least responsible citizens, having noted that red has taken over our ghettos. In fact, we couldn't get any help from any of the youth outfits. We were told at the Ministry of Youth that there wasn't much they could do because budget hadn't started coming in then. But when we went to Gold Board, they supported us. It wasn't as much as we expected, but we want to say thank you so much to Sammy Jemfi and his Gold Board. Somebody listening, call Sammy Jemfi and say, we say thank you. But can we get into the story? Sammy Jemfi is busily telling us that small-scale gold exports have fetched Ghana about 8 billion American dollars. This is more than the amount of money we went to the IMF and the World Bank cap in hand begging for in the days of the irresponsible government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. True or false? 8 billion American dollars. Is that the reason Mahama has not borrowed any money yet? From January to October, less than 1 year, 8 billion whooping amount of cash has rolled in through the conduit pipe of small-scale gold production. He hasn't told us how much our major large-scale gold mines have given us. Is it a way of endorsing the small-scale gold businesses? Again, I would like, with all respect and honor, to Sammy Jemfi and his gold board outfit to tell us. We are quick to say we had 8 billion American dollars. How much land was degraded? How much flora and fauna did we have to do away with in order to get this 8 billion American dollars? I wish this was brought together so we would see on a beam balance what exactly we lost. Do not let us be so excited about how much money is coming in from gold production. Have we seen the destruction of our water bodies, flora and fauna? My brother, my sister, this is simple economics. Where do we have an advantage? What are our priorities? If Sammy Jemfi had told us, well, mining this, we destroyed this amount of land, poisoned this amount of water bodies, destroyed this amount of flora and fauna, and this quantitatively is this amount of money as compared to what we had, then we can analyze this properly. I am not too excited about gold and how much gold is bringing into the country. Are we doing responsible mining? Are we all looking at Galamsey, not looking at the predicament it brings to us? Or are we saying that as long as it makes our economy look good, it doesn't matter how many people go down the drain, how many rare plants and animals get deteriorated? A wise man does not applaud when the race is still on. A brilliant man with common sense does not start counting his winning when he's still on the gambling table. Think about it deeply. With all love and respect, Sammy Jemfi is doing a good job, but please tell us the cons and pros of these activities. Don't only look at what we are getting, but what we are also losing, getting what we are getting. I'll leave it here. Now the last story I want to look at is also from Ghana Web. And it says a former Central Regional Minister under the erstwhile New Patriotic Party NPP administration, Kwabena Duncan, has criticized President John Dramani Mahama over his recent comments about the Public Account Committee, PAC. And the headline is President Mahama should be in Nsawam prison. Kwabena Duncan fumes. Now, President Mahama recently lamented that there should be a process to fast-track the prosecution of state officials who engage in financial malpractices exposed by the Auditor General's report, and that they should subsequently appear before the PAC. However, his comments did not sit well with Duncan. Speaking on Peace FM's Kuchoko morning show on October 15, 2025, Duncan asserted that if President Mahama truly had integrity in fighting corruption, he would have started from his own party. He referenced several high-profile cases that the National Democratic Congress government discontinued after assuming office, describing them as clear examples of selective justice. According to him, such cases should have been allowed to continue through the courts so that the judiciary would determine, I beg your pardon, whether those involved were guilty or innocent without interference from the state. I agree with Kwame Duncan to a certain extent. My brother, my sister, when John Dramani Mahama came into power, we saw a lot of high-profile cases thrown out of court. The Attorney General, yes, went to court and had a certain kind of deal with Komna Dufour. We will never forget that. Some other high-profile cases, Seydou Agongo, and some other such cases were discontinued and thrown out of court. I, as a patriot, with respect for the judiciary, would have wished that this would have been fast-tracked, the same way President Mahama is looking for a fast track. Why don't you fast-track it? Rather than abrogate it, rather than discontinue it, fast-track it, so that at least we will give the courts the power to determine guilty or not guilty. But they were discontinued. That was sad. Much as a lot of us sat on the periphery and knew that some of these cases were politically motivated, we still had to go to court and have the court determine that yes, these truly were cases that should be thrown out. It's like you catch a man stealing. You have no right to call him a thief by our laws until you take them to court and give the courts the power to pronounce them thieves before you can reiterate the word thieves and label them thieves as well. Kwame Duncan has made sense. If it comes to members of the NPP, we know that a lot of them have been so much of thieves. We still are waiting for the courts to pronounce them as such. And Mahama says, fast track these issues. Why did we not fast track the cases of Seydou Agongo, cases of Dufour, and all other such cases that were thrown out the moment the NDC came into power? It's selective justice. It is selective justice. It is selective justice. Yes, the whole nation is excited about the NDC coming into power. After 8 years of an arrogant rulership, an arrogant rule by a man who was a megalomaniac, Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We kicked them out of power. You are still having a very beautiful welcome. You haven't overstayed your welcome yet. But Mr. Mahama, with all love and respect, what Kwame Duncan is saying makes some sense to me. The only thing I will not agree with is the president going to Nsawam. My brother, my sister, on this note, I wouldn't talk much. Let the needful be done. What is good for the goose must also be good for the gander. And remember, our great account people have a saying, Aba yedi bote chino, and na yedi boba. If some of these things continue,